Since the Sons of the Forest game was announced, people have been speculating as to what the story might entail. Together with user Spicy Lizard on the Archivist Discord, we discussed a theory of our own considering the potential setting and story that we will be seeing in Sons of the Forest. So, for this theory, we are trying to piece together what we have already seen in the first reveal trailer with a timeline that seems to likely make sense. The story would begin in the helicopter that we see in the trailer filled with mercs that are travelling to their point of destination. As we see from a point of view shot, our character has the tattoo fight demons, and shortly after that, the helicopter is taken down by being struck by a mutant of some sort. Now the first question is, why is this group of soldiers or mercs here? Well, in this interpretation of the story, they are hunting down Timmy. Yes, Timmy from the first Forest game. The last we saw of Timmy, he was obsessed with reaching a location known as Site 2, a presumed second location containing the ancient dark artifacts found on the peninsula in the forest, as well as the formidable mutants. He presumably wants to travel to Site 2 in order to find a cure for his affliction, caused by his resurrection during the ending of the first game. We see in the end credits for the forest that Timmy is struggling to maintain his sanity along with his physical mutations that are, while contained for now, appear to be a step away from taking over him. Now, while Timmy could have travelled to Site 2 to seek answers in a sane mind and still in control of his afflictions, I think there is also the possibility of him actually succumbing to his mutations and going wild. It's very possible that not long after the end credits for the forest that Timmy was somewhat lost to his mutations and ran rampage through his home city. He would likely even become some kind of mutant, and then as a mutant be drawn to Site 2. As when Megan was a mutant, even though she had been severely mutated and hindered, she was gifted with some knowledge about certain events. Whether this is supernatural or not, we currently don't know, and we currently know very little about the special category of mutants created by the Resurrection Obelisk, like Megan and Timmy. Either way, no matter the form, Timmy eventually ventures to Site 2. The mercs, we can assume, are likely from the Sahara Company. In the aftermath of their forest facility being destroyed, it's likely that Sahara kept a close eye on Timmy, and whether they followed his research to Site 2 or followed his wave of destruction there, it doesn't really matter, and they eventually have a team of mercs on a helicopter heading there. Now, jumping back to the scenes in the helicopter post-crash, our character is now stuck in the woods. The helicopter was likely taken down by some sort of cannibal or mutant striking the side of the helicopter, which I will explain more in a moment. Now the question is, how did this mutant get all the way up to the helicopter? Well, this is where Timmy could come in. We know that Megan mutated into some kind of uber mutant, and I think it's likely that Timmy would also have some kind of specific, horrific mutation. Shortly after the scene of the crash, we see the mercs on the ground trying to regain their senses. However, before they are able to, a massive hand reaches out from behind a collection of bushes and grabs one of the mercs. The only hint to what is going on after this is alluded to by the merc's flashlight spinning and moving erratically, indicating to us, the player, that this mysterious beast is thrashing and throwing the merc around like they are nothing more than a play toy. It is my belief that this supposedly massive creature is indeed our beloved Timmy. This Timmy mutant was likely the one that threw a body at the helicopter in the first place. In this scenario, whether Timmy made it to Site 2 as human or not, we don't know. But he mutated once he got there, resulting in him becoming a force to be reckoned with, one that can bring down helicopters with a fling of its wrist, and is likely to be the driving force for the progression of the game. It would be interesting to see Timmy be constantly somewhere on the map of the Sons of the Forest, and our player would have to dodge and evade this beast whilst also juggling the other mutants and possibly cannibal tribes, and even new threats. But that's essentially our little theory for Sons of the Forest, and how Timmy might factor into the overall story and gameplay of the game. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification if you never want to miss out on another upload from Project Archivist. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a channel member through the join button on the channel homepage. There is also a link in the description. And with that, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.